All right, so this is going to be the solution to your exercise 11. It says you are advising the Inuit Gallery, which specializes in buying and selling Inuit sculpture. You're going to use a spreadsheet application to demonstrate some of the ways in which sales data can be analyzed. Using a suitable software package, load the file sculpt.csv. So this is our file. Open it up in Excel, resize and best fit. Next is insert two new rows at the top of the spreadsheet. So we select the first row. In the home tab, we click on insert once and twice, inserting two new rows. Enter the values 5%, 10%, 20% in the first three cells of the top row. So we have 5%, 10%, 20%. Then name these cells MAR underscore A, MAR underscore B, MAR underscore C. So right click on define name. This is MAR underscore A. Right click B cell. This is define name MAR underscore B. Then this cell define name MAR underscore C. They are the profit margins added to different categories of sculpture. In row 2, enter the following column headings, which should be in bold type and right aligned. So we need code and art code. Code, art code. Then we have description. Then we have year, size, material. Then we have buy price, profit margin. Then we have artist and sell price. Artist and sell price. These all have to be bold and right aligned. So select all of them, click on bold. This is the bold attribute applied, and then right align. Click on the alignment, horizontal alignment right. Best fit your data. So far so good. Acha. Point number 5, in the column headed artist, this one. Enter a formula which looks up the details of the artist from the data in the file artist.csv, where the art code is equals to the artist code. Okay, so let's open up the other file, which is the artist file. So we have to display these names over here. And it said that the art code is actually equals to the artist code. So what we can do is we can apply the function as equals to VLOOKUP. Bracket open, lookup value is going to be our art code, comma, table array is going to be taken from the other file, these two columns, comma, and then the column index number is 2, comma, 0 for the exact match. Yeah, okay. So this is how we get the artist name, and we can replicate it for all. Done. Next point. In the sell price column, sell price is this. In the sell price column, enter a formula which works out the selling price. The formula will calculate the margin by multiplying the rate in the cell MARA, MARB or MARC by the buying price according to the margin code indicated in profit margin. Add this margin to the buy price. So technically, the buying price of a portrait is 145. Okay. Profit margin to be applied on this portrait or the drawing or whatever it is, the art price, is basically the profit margin is C. Profit margin C is basically what? 20%. So 20% is going to be my profit on top of this buying price. So what it says is, okay, if the profit margin is A, then the margin A is applied to the buying price. If the profit margin is B, then the margin B is going to be applied to the buying price. And if the profit margin is C, then 20% is going to be applied. Do we get this? A function कौन सा? कौन सा function? किस तरह कर सकते? If equals to if, bracket open, if the profit margin is equals to A, then what do? MARA, which is this one. This applies to the buying price, which is this. So multiplied with the buying price. This will calculate out what? The profit margin. Define name. Right click and define name. Comma. If that is not the case, then if the profit margin is equals to B, then MARB, so we'll select MARB percentage, which is this, into what? The buying price. Okay? Comma. Now we are left with only C, right? We don't have to apply if, we can just apply that 20% is going to be applied to the buying price. सिनारियो समझ आया क्या है? एक चीज है जो आपने 100 रुपीज की ली, आप डिसाइड करते हैं कि मैं इसके ऊपर 50% मार्जिन रखूंगा प्रॉफिट का. 50% ऑफ व्हाट? ऑफ योर बाइंग प्राइस. तो 50% ऑफ योर बाइंग प्राइस इज गोइंग टू बी व्हाट? 50 रुपीज. सो हाउ यू, व्हाट प्राइस आर यू गोइंग टू सेल इट फॉर? 150. दैट इज हाउ यू अर्न व्हाट? 50% मार्जिन. तो एग्जैक्टली यही चीज. बाइंग प्राइस है, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन कौन सा है? ए है, बी है, सी है. अगर ए है तो 5% ऑफ द बाइंग प्राइस, बी है तो 10%, सी है तो 20% ऑफ द बाइंग प्राइस. अच्छा, अब ये देखो, ये हमारे पास क्या आता है? 29. 29 क्यों आया? क्योंकि बाइंग प्राइस है हमारे पास 145, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इस पे सी है, सी इज 20%. सो 20% ऑफ 145 लगाओगे तो आंसर आपके पास 29 आएगा. बट क्या सेलिंग प्राइस 29 होनी चाहिए? हाँ, कितनी होनी चाहिए? 145 से 29 रुपीज ज्यादा होनी चाहिए. सो वट एवर आंसर इज कैलकुलेटेड ओवर हियर, वी आर गोना ऐड द बाइंग प्राइस इनटू इट. सो इसको हम होल ब्रैकेट में रखते हैं और इसके अंदर क्या करते हैं? इसके अंदर ऐड कर देते हैं बाइंग प्राइस. So 29 added to my buying price, this is my selling price. समझ आई बात की? We can replicate for all. बेटा जी, अगर किसी को समझ नहीं आई तो बता दे. मूसा, शाहजेब, या आगे चलो. ये भी लिखा हुआ यहां पे देखो, एड दिस मार्जिन टू द बाइंग प्राइस. आगे चले. Replicate these formulas for each item. We have already done this. Format the buy price and the sell price column so that the numbers are shown to 2 decimal places. So in order to do this, we have the sell price selected. I'll hold down control and select my buying price as well. This needs to be a number with 2 decimal places. So we right click, we go to format cell, select number from the category, decimal places to 2, we click on OK. If you want to set it to currency, even that is okay. These are currencies. Buying price है और sell price है, currencies है. So आप currency में भी रख सकते हैं. अब ये ना पूछना कौन सी currency, यूनिवर्सल डॉलर्स, ठीक है, या पाउंड, 2 रख, दोनों में से कोई भी. Point number 9 says sort the table in ascending order of artists, then in ascending order of year. What is this? What is this called? Huh? बोलो. Sorting in levels. Sorting in levels. So level 1 that it needs to be ascending of artist. Level 2 is ascending order of year. So for this, I will select my whole data, including the headings. I will go to my home tab and click on sort and filter on the rightmost section. I'll click on custom sort. Just open up the magnifier so that you can see. The requirement is ascending order of artist, ascending order of year. So first of all, my option, my data has headers is selected. Sort by artist, ascending order, A to Z. Add another level. What's the next level? Ascending order of year. So we select year, and this is going to be ascending, smallest to largest. We click on OK. This is how the data is sorted. All good? Then it says create a header which says whale sculptures and a footer which shows your name, candidate number, and today's date. Can you do this? Okay. Point number 11. I will skip point number 10. Point number 11. Select only those sculptures which include the word whale in the description and print their details. Adjust the page layout if necessary so that the whole table fits on a single page. Make sure that the contents of all cells are visible, that your name is printed. Will you be able to do this? Point number 12. Add another 4 columns to your spreadsheet headed height, width, depth, and volume. So we'll add 4 more columns. One is height, one is width, then we have depth, and then we have volume. 4 headers added. The size shows the height, width, and depth as a single entry. Split the string in the size column at each X to give separate figures in the columns height, width, and depth. Basically क्या है कि they have given you the size in this column. The order of the size is height, width, and depth. ठीक हो गया? So हमें क्या करना है? हमें इनको निकालना है. Sorry? Left, right, or mid. Very nice. So for height, I need the first 2 characters. I will apply equals to left of this cell, and we take out 2 characters. So this will take out 0.5. What about the width? It's in the center. It's after 3 characters. 4th and 5th character is basically my width. So what I can do is equals to mid, bracket open, specify the text over here, comma, starting character is 4, comma, 2. So that will take out 0.2 from this. Alright, so in order to calculate depth, that is basically the last 2 characters. So that can be applied as equals to right, bracket open, you specify the cell as text, comma, 2 characters, so that will take out the depth. Please note that whenever you apply left, right, or mid, even if you extract numbers, they are taken out as text. You can see that the extraction is aligned onto the left hand side of the cell, showing that these are what? Text values. So keep this in mind. Next point. Replicate these formulas for each item, so we can replicate these for all. Then in the volume column, insert a formula which calculates the volume of the first item. Replicate this for each item. How do you calculate volume? We multiply height, width, and depth. So equals to this multiplied with this multiplied with this. We press enter, we get to have the value. So this is actually converting it into a number as well. Even before this operation, what you can do is, in order to convert this into a number, you can multiply these with 1. That will also convert your extraction into a number. Value. You can apply value on top of it. Rather than multiplying it by 1, you can just apply value on the whole function like this. Press enter, that will also convert this to a number. And then I will replicate this for all my entries and volume for all my entries. Done? Next, change the wording of the header. Can you do this? Select all the orders of sculptures where the volume is greater than 4,000. So this is basically what? This is what? Point number 18. Select all orders of sculptures where the volume is greater than 4,000. For these orders, show only the columns, description, artist, sell price, height, width, depth, and volume. The ones which are not required, can you hide them? How do you take out the volume which is greater than 4,000? Filter. Very nice. So, should I do it? Huh? कर लोगे? Print this extract. ये PDF में extract भी आ जाएगा. Create a new worksheet. In this new sheet, enter a formula which will count all the sculptures in the sculpt.csv, where the description includes the word bird, polar bear, whale. एक नई शीट बनानी है, उसके अंदर हमने स्कल्पचर्स को काउंट करना है. डिटेल कहां से लेनी है? sculpt.csv से. डिस्क्रिप्शन के अंदर क्या होना चाहिए? द वर्ड बर्ड, polar bear or whale. Arrange the formula so that you have a table like this. First of all, let's create the worksheet. Sculpt.csv के अंदर एक और worksheet बना लेते हैं. We'll add another worksheet. Number of bird. Number of bird, polar bear and whale sculptures. Polar bear and whale sculptures. Done. This is bird, polar bear, and then whale. This is how they want it. I'll apply the borders. So, yeah. Hanji, from the sheet, we are to calculate how many are, polar bears, how many are whales, how many are birds. Where do you find this information? In the description column over here. अब ये देखो, when we are to count birds, huh? Yeah, so we had different kind of birds, na? We want to include all sorts of birds. पहली बात है फंक्शन कौन सा है? Count if, because it has a criteria. अच्छा, let's look at the whales. There are certain whales which are just whales. There are certain whales which are bear or whale scene. So it has whale in it. It has bear in it as well. So this should be counted as maybe not a polar bear, but bear or a whale. What about polar bears? We have polar bear entries. Do we have polar bear and something else? I don't think so. Polar bears are separate. So basically, we are to calculate how many are birds, how many are polar bears, and how many are whales. Now look at this. for bird equals to count if bracket open range. From where are we going to select the range? The description column, which is this one. Once selected, I'm going to make it absolute. Put a comma, come back to your sheet. What should be the criteria? I am counting birds in this cell. So what should be the criteria?
Asterisk. Bird. Asterisk. यहाँ के अंदर bird वाला word हो.
Bird वाला word हो, right? तो speech marks में star, bird, star. Why do I do this?
It is bird.
अभी क्या है? Star क्या है? Star is basically first let me get the answer, which is 14. Look at this. I'll just explain what is this. See, this is your name. This is also your name. This is also your name, but at the start. This is also your name, but at the start. Okay. This is also your name, but at the end. Huh? Now listen. If I want to count, the criteria is I want to count only those cells in which I have only yeah. Right? Equals to count if bracket open and I specify my range. I want to count only those cells which have only yeah in it. So I'll put a comma. My criteria would be none. Press enter. How many are there? 2. Okay. I want to count only those cells in which Yaya is at the start. Yaya is at the start. What about this entry? Is it at the start? Yes. It's at the end as well. इसमें है ही है. तो start भी और end भी है. So yes, it is at the start. इसके अंदर बताओ. Start में है, end पे भी है. So इसमें मैटर नहीं कर रहा ना. इसमें है ही या सिर्फ. Doesn't matter. It will match the characters. What about this? Start में है. इसमें start में है कि नहीं? Third वाली में. हाँ? अच्छा, इसमें? हाँ? Start में. इसमें? नहीं. तो कितनी entries हैं जिसके अंदर start में है? 4. Okay, so I apply equals to count if bracket open the same range, comma the criteria. This should be at the start. What should be at the end? I don't know. So I'll put a star. Star represents anything, everything, nothing. We don't care. We only want Yaya to be the first character. And then after that, we don't care where it is. Consider color. But since Yaya is first, star is later, that means Yaya should be first. The answer for this will come out to be? Why? What was your criteria? This is Yaya star. So you get 4 entries in which Yaya is at the start. अब कहता है जी वो एंट्रीज काउंट करो जिसमें Yaya एंड पे है. कितनी है? कितनी है? 3. क्यों? ये वाली भी तो है ना बेटा जी. ये स्टार्ट भी है तो ये एंड भी है. सो लिखेंगे कैसे? इक्वल्स टू काउंट इफ ब्रैकेट ओपन specify the range, comma. Now, before Yaya, I don't care whatever it is. So I'll put star. and then speech marks end. So that means whatever it is, it needs to have Yaya at the end. So it will count all those entries in which Yaya is at the end. So these are 3. अच्छा, अब सिनेरियो बदल जाता है. अब वो कहता है count all the entries in which there is at least Yaya in it. अब at least का मतलब क्या हो गया? स्टार्ट में भी हो सकता है, एंड पे भी हो सकता है, बीच में भी कहीं पे हो सकता है. लेट मी ऐड अनदर वन. इसके अंदर सेंटर में है ना, लेकिन है तो सही. सो इसके लिए क्या क्राइटेरिया डालेंगे? इक्वल्स टू काउंट इफ ब्रैकेट ओपन वी स्पेसिफाई दिस होल रेंज कॉमा द क्राइटेरिया वुड बी. उसके स्टार्ट में आई डोंट केयर वॉट एवर इट इज या होना चाहिए. उसके बाद जो मर्जी हो, एटलीस्ट ये होना चाहिए. इट शुड कंटेन या इन इट. चाहे वो स्टार्ट में हो, एंड पे हो, बीच में हो, आई डोंट केयर. सो इसलिए हमने स्टार दोनों साइड्स पे लगा दिया. तो आंसर विल कम आउट टू बी हाउ मच? आंसर क्या आएगा? है हाउ मेनी एंट्रीज डू यू सी या इन? कैसे यार, कितने वैसे तुम लोग पागल हो? क्यों उसके बाद या नहीं है नजर आ रहा? तो फिर गधो, ये तुम लोगों की बेइज्जती भी रिकॉर्ड हुई है. मैं कह रहा हूं एटलीस्ट या होना चाहिए. 2, 4 सब में या एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है. स्टार बेसिकली उसकी कंप्यूटर में ना उसकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये होती है, स्टार रिप्रेजेंट्स ऑल, एवरीथिंग, एनीथिंग. तो जब ने स्टार या स्टार डाल दिया, उसका मतलब क्या है? या से पहले जो मर्जी हो, या के बाद जो मर्जी हो, कुछ भी हो, कुछ ना भी हो, डज नॉट मैटर. देयर शुड बी एट लीस्ट या इन इट. सारी एंट्रीज में तो या था, तो क्यों नहीं करेगा काउंट? अब मुझे बताओ, इस क्राइटेरिया की समझ आती है? ओके, फॉर पोलर बेयर this is the same range that we are going to use. I'm going to copy this range. I'm going to apply equals to count if bracket open, use my range, comma, then star polar bear star, speech marks close, enter. You get 7 polar bears. What about whales? Equals to count if bracket open, range remains the same, comma, star whale star, speech marks close. You get 23. This is how we calculate. You know कि हमारे पास खाली whales भी थी और हमारे पास वो भी थी जिसके अंदर कहीं ना कहीं whale था. So अगर मैं ये सिर्फ whale लिख देता हूं, I'll remove the stars, I'll remove the wild card star, comes out to be 22. So there are 22 entries which are only what? Whale. But there's one more which is there and it is basically a whale as well. So we put star here and a star here. So we get to count that particular entry as well. Hassan Malik, did you get it? Copy these cells to another area of the spreadsheet and transpose them so that you have a table like this. Create a header कर लोगे, print a sheet कर लोगे, transpose भी कर लोगे. हाँ, columns को rows बनाना है, rows को column बनाना है. So this was the solution to your exercise what? 11.